Hello and welcome everybody to the Ring Chasers podcast.
Hello,
We
hello.
are on episode 10, double digits. We made
Let's
it.
go. Double digits.
Today we're talking about the NBA Finals. Surprisingly, game number 3. Whoops. We are your hosts, Jacob and Alex.
Hello.
How you doing on this fine day?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited. Stafford student softball game after school.
Let's go.
I'm hyped. I'm gonna be dripped out, of course. Gotta be dripped out.
Oh yeah, of course. You got to.
Gotta have the eye black, the Oakleys, backwards hat. We're gonna be looking stylish out there today. But we're bringing you guys today game number 3, Boston versus Warriors.
Yep.
Should we get right into it?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, we head out to Boston, Beantown, as some people call it, to play game number 3 of the NBA Finals, and the Celtics win 116 to 1 hundo. Boston kind of dominated the early game, getting a 14-point lead going into the third, but then Golden State got a 1 in the third quarter.
Of course, it's Golden
The
State's
third quarter, of course.
And
Steph and Clay went off that quarter, but then
Splash Bros.
Boston outscored Golden State 23-11 in the fourth
Yeah.
quarter.
That's tough.
I mean, you only score 11 points in the fourth quarter, you're not going to win a basketball game.
Let's drop 50. But
Here's another big stat. Boston dominated the rebound battle, 47-31, and the offensive boards 15-6. They were just getting offensive rebounds at will.
Yeah.
It seemed like, and then they also dominated the paint. I mean, 52-26. They had double Golden State's points in the paint.
wow.
So Boston was just the more aggressive team. When was this game played? Thursday?
Think-
Something like that.
Thursday or Friday?
On Thursday or Friday.
No, I think it was Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
Quick maths.
For Golden State, they really struggled with turnovers, especially in the fourth quarter. They got hurt by turnovers.
Yeah, for sure.
As I said, game was really physical. Neither team really shot that well. For the Warriors,
I mean, like,
Steph continued
Look at Curry, man.
to keep going. 31
31.
points, 2 steals. He did get into some foul trouble early in the first half.
Yeah, but man, two of those
some
calls.
tough calls. Some
They
tough
were
calls.
they were no calls in my opinion.
Yeah.
And in a lot of Instagram's opinion.
I don't know if you guys saw the clips of it at all, but I mean, one of them, even the announcers said,
Flop
"Oh,
of the
Derek
year.
White, flop of the year." So that's when you know it's not a foul.
Derek White just kind of jumped over Andrew Wiggins and they called a foul on Curry.
Yeah, yep, that's pretty much. Yeah, he got in some tough foul trouble, but he still ended up with 31.
Yeah.
Clay played a lot better.
Yeah. He shot a
scored
lot
25 points, but he did start to struggle in the fourth
Oh, yeah.
quarter.
He was-
Some
he
more
s-
rush shots.
He struggled early on and in the fourth, but that third quarter
He got going in the third
going
quarter.
in the third for sure.
Got his rhythm going.
And the
in
thing
third.
is, Clay was playing really good, and then he got taken out for a rest, and he just wasn't the same when he came back in. He got the hot hand, and it cooled down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For Wiggins, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals and 2 blocks.
He's had a really good
He's
series.
been playing really well.
He's
I
had- he's had
mean,
a good
you
playoff.
get
Good
18
year.
you get 18 points a game from Wiggins. I know it's like same as his averages during the season, but if you have Steph averaging 30 plus per game and you
don't
get
need
Wiggins with 18, that's
Yeah.
perfect. One guy for the Warriors that did struggle, Draymond Green
He continues to struggle.
continues to struggle. He fouled out for the second time in the finals, and
At this
a little
point-
fun stat. After game 3, he now has 15 fouls and 15 points in the finals.
Yeah, that's tough.
So, I mean, that's
We'll get a little bit of an
I
update
mean,
on that in the next
he
game.
he is playing a little bit of football out there. I mean, he's putting the body on the
No
line.
chill.
But yeah, he's really looked bad out there these finals. As for Boston's box score, Jaylen Brown got hot early. He had 17 in the first quarter, and he finished with 27. So it kind of cooled off later. But I mean,
Yeah.
27 on 9 to 16 shooting is still a great game, especially from your number 2 option. Tatum didn't shoot great, but he did have 26, 6, and 9 assists.
I mean, from a duo, that's a pretty good.
That's
game.
what you want. I mean, just wait. I mean, Tatum limited his turnovers, and then Marcus Smart, he
Trio.
had 24, 7, and 5, just under 50% shooting, but he did have 5 turnovers as well.
Yeah.
Not great on turnovers, but the 3 of them, they combined for 77 points, I believe it
Yeah,
was.
and then the other guys played good too.
Yeah, 77 points between the three of them. That's what you want from Boston.
Oh, that's what you need from your big
from
guys.
your trio. I mean, we talked about after game 2 how the other guys weren't getting involved.
Yeah.
You right over there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah.
We talked about after game 2 how the other guys weren't getting involved. This is what we were talking about. It's similar to game 1. You got 3 guys in the 20s. I mean, Al Horford had 11, 8, and 6 with a steal and a block, and Robert Williams played great with 8 points, 10 rebounds, 3 steals, and 4 blocks.
Wow.
With limited minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's just sending shots to Madagascar, left, right, and center.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
played
the amount of blocks into the stands and out of bounds.
Yeah, and he had a pretty big block on Steph as well,
Yeah.
and a huge one on Clay. Yeah.
I mean, he's such a good shot blocker, but this knee injury has been hurting him so much because he can't play. He can only play limited minutes. I mean, he's only playing like 25, 30 minutes a game.
I think he's back to full minutes now, though, isn't he?
Not really. He's
Game
kind of
four,
around 30.
game four, he's back to full minutes.
He is?
They announced that before the game, yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, up to now, he's been playing with limited minutes, kind of like 25 to 30 minutes a game. And I mean, you don't really need the points, but you get 10 rebounds, 3 steals, and 4 blocks.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a good night for him.
Yeah.
And I mean, off the bench for Boston, Grant Williams had 10 off the bench. And that's kind of it for box score.
Grant Williams he's done more in this, but he's also done less in the playoffs. But
yeah, he hasn't been
okay.
that guy these finals as he has been like against some of the earlier series.
Yeah,
but he's
it's crazy that we're calling Grant Williams that guy at any point in this play.
Yeah, I mean, he's had some big games, but
yeah.
He hasn't really been that effective. A little scare here. Horford dove into Curry's ankle while going for a loose ball.
Yeah.
But Curry did not miss any time from it. He was screaming out in pain, but he said he felt like a sprain in his ankle, and he hopes he's not going to miss any time.
Yeah.
And he'll let us know closer to game 4.
Yeah.
And then for Boston, I mean,
continue their stretch.
They have not lost back-to-back games since the end of March. I know the Warriors haven't lost back-to-back games in the playoffs. So it's just been shot for shot.
Yeah.
Right now, Boston going into game 4, they've got to try to keep their home court advantage, especially after taking one in Golden State.
Yeah.
But what did you like from this game?
This game, Boston just played better. They played more physical, and they just went at Golden State way more. It's the same thing that happened in the second half of game 1.
Mm-hmm.
They were just the more physical team, and Golden State couldn't handle it, especially when you don't have Draymond playing well. When the other team's playing physical, it really hurts.
Yeah, I mean, you see it with the rebounds and the points in the paint. I mean, they were just gobbling up all rebounds. Like, the amount of offensive boards that they had that game was unbelievable. Like, they had 9 more offensive rebounds than Golden State.
Yeah.
That's way too many possessions that you're giving up.
Way too many.
And that's what allowed Boston to get away with this game, especially in the fourth quarter where they held – I mean, they have such a good defense. They held Golden State to 11 points, and they got a lead by only scoring 23 points in the fourth quarter. So that shows their defensive effort, and it also shows their ability to grind it out on the glass and to get those second possessions, third possessions off the offensive rebounds. That's what I liked from that game.
The thing I see from Golden State is, like, they stayed in the game until the end.
Mm-hmm.
Their fourth quarter was rough, and that's what I've noticed from both game 1 and game 3. It's not
actually game 2 as well. They lost the fourth quarter in game 2.
Wait, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying in games they lost.
Yeah.
They won the first 3 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
But Boston just took over in the fourth, and I don't know if that's just showing Boston's youth or Golden State's just, like, running out of gas or what. But
yeah. You know, Boston has been known for being a good fourth quarter team.
Yeah.
And Golden State's been known for their third quarters, obviously, as you've seen. I mean, Boston's won the fourth quarter in all 3 of these games. Even the one Golden State won, they still won the fourth quarter. I know it was garbage minutes, but Boston still won the fourth quarter. And the fourth quarter is like, I find it arguably more important than the third. Because you could win the third quarter, as the Warriors have been doing, and fall apart in the fourth, and you're done. Like, you score 11 points.
I don't really think there's an argument the fourth quarter is the most important quarter in the game.
Yeah, I think yeah, I see that now after I said that, but Boston, I don't know. I see them as as a more physical team this game.
Yeah.
I see, like I said after game 2, how Tatum didn't get his guys involved. You look at this, everybody's involved. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got Derek White with 7 as well off the bench.
Yeah.
I mean, Pritchard had 3, but I mean, you've got your top 3 scorers combining for 70 plus.
Yeah, that's
That's
what
how
you
you're
need.
gonna win a game in the finals.
That's what Golden State hasn't been able to do this playoff. Is it's been just look at Steph and then just whoever else does something.
Look at Curry, man.
So inspirational.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Anything else you got on this game here?
I don't know if I got that much more to say. It was just like
It was just kind of it was just all Boston.
it was all Boston playing more physical, just dominant down low, and Golden State just wasn't fighting back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this box score here. Jordan Poole had 10. Not bad shooting. Only took eight shots though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of Boston played better. Their guys did it while only one. Well, I guess while Golden State's guys did it for 3 quarters.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what showed it.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay, moving into game 4. Boston has got to win this game to keep home court advantage.
And Golden State needs to win this game to stay alive,
Yeah, you don't want to go down 3-1.
especially against this Boston team
A team that's been the best team in the NBA
since January.
And they're for Boston, you're just trying to keep this role of everybody staying involved and everybody scoring. But yeah, I mean, what else do you want from Boston after seeing this game 3?
I think for Boston, they just gotta fight and play the same game they've been playing. And for Golden State, they need to go back to what they were doing. Like they just need to keep going through the fourth quarter and like not just run out of gas and be hitting their shots.
Yeah, I'm thinking for Golden State to win this next game, they have to continue through the 4 quarters.
Yeah.
Like you're seeing them playing, maybe not a good first quarter, but the second and third quarters are well, and the third quarters have been great. But you got to be able to carry that momentum through the final 24 minutes of the game to play a complete game, and you have to play a complete game if you want to beat these Celtics, or the Celtics have to give it to you.
For sure,
through mistakes like what they did in game 2. Yeah, that's kind of all I'm seeing from.
That's a good preview for game 4.
Yeah, not much to this game 3. It was just kind of
No, this
all
has
Boston.
been one of the games with a little less to talk about with the series.
Yeah, well, I think that's it for
This episode.
game 3, episode 10. We made it to double digits.
Oh yeah.
We're actually recording two sessions today. We got game 4 coming up next after this.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, peace out.
Peace out.